So, how can we customize the Kinect UserViewer control? It turns out that the control has a couple of useful properties which we can use to control its appearance. The first such property is called Image Background, and as you can imagine, you can use it to provide a background brush for the UserViewer image. Let's change the background to black. I start the application. Here you can see that the Kinect UserViewer control now works as expected. But it is fairly difficult to determine whether I'm the active user or not. The next two properties called Default User Color and Primary User Color will help with this. Let's set the default user color to yellow and the primary user color to a random number like #FF52318F. Well, actually, it's not such a random number. This is the official color of Kinect. So this is going to be a great choice to indicate the primary user. If we launch the application now, you can clearly see that when I have my hands down, I am yellow, but when I raise my hand, I become purple, indicating that I am the primary user now. If you want even more control over the colors of the users, you can set the coloring mode property to manual. I also changed the name of the Kinect UserViewer control to UserViewer. In this case, you can specify the colors for every user the Kinect has detected in a dictionary indexed by the user's tracking ID. The tracking ID is determined by the skeleton tracking subsystem of the Kinect. I have prepared some code to demonstrate this technique. First, let's subscribe to the Skeleton Frame Ready event. In the event handler, I define the dictionary for the colors, open the skeleton frame and copy its data. Then, for every skeleton which is being tracked, I set the color to red or green, depending on whether this skeleton has a tracking ID that equals to the primary user's tracking ID as determined by the Kinect region itself. Finally, I set the user colors property of the Kinect UserViewer control to the colors dictionary that we have just prepared. Running the application now, and you can see that I am not active because I'm green, and if I raise my hand, I become red. You can change this color for every frame if you want. For example, we can go a bit psychedelic and have the primary user's color randomized. Now, as a normal user, I appear perfectly green, but if I raise my hand and become the primary user, whoa!